It was a hit.
Yeah.
1-2. Hard to overstate the impact he has on the pitching side of things behind the plate.
Unbelievable.
And that's where Christian Vasquez was traded to the Astros last year, and Dusty Baker went to him and said basically, look, I apologize. We want you here. We need you here, but we have our guy. We have the guy that our pitchers trust 100%. Maldonado, liner to left. Here comes Soto to make the catch. Anything he gives you offensively is just a bonus.
I really bet that shit on.
He really is that good.
He is that good.
I know he's gonna hit.
He turned over the lineup. Now the problems begin, right?
Now I have
Yep.
a bet on them. They had to win this.
Lindor had the base hit that threw gas on the fire in that third inning. Got the second run home. Now he lights this one to center field, and that's another hit for Lindor, and it gets by Rodriguez, and Lindor is off to the races. To second, heading for third. We'll see if they send him, and they are going to send him. The Bulls bobble.
Yo,
Lindor
what?
all the way home.
A very tricky situation right there on that line drive. Julio just didn't read it well. Then during that moment, he knew he was in trouble. You see Lindor right there, little kid's homer inside the partner. How much fun are they having right now?
Oh,
The leader, the captain, Mr. Caguas.
and now another line drive into right center field, and that one gets by. Jimenez made the dive. Hernandez on the move, digging for third. The tag, he is out at third.
What a relay.
Hernandez thought he got there, but the call was out. Alex Cintrone on the phone.
They're going to challenge it.
Marte with the relay.
Oh, he's safe. It's a swim move. Who's going swimming?
He learned that from his teammate. Javi Baez does that better than anybody in the world. Hand, I think, before the tag.
Oh, what a slide. What a moment right now for Puerto Rico.
Amazing.
Turn the lineup over. Problems begin.
Everybody here sure thinks the call's going to be overturned. I mean, I'm not. I think his finger gets to the bag before the glove touches him, but it's not like it's totally obvious.
Problem is they called him out. So it's got to be sufficient.
I mean, it is really, really close. It's a lot closer than and I understand the fans are looking at it with a certain perspective, but it's close. Ron Culpa is the crew chief. The umpire, Tim Meyer, who made the call, one of the international umpires. He's from Germany, part of this World Baseball Classic. Out. And I know the Puerto Rican fans are upset, but it was really, really close. And I think you could lip read from Chris Guccione. Too close. Couldn't tell, essentially. Wow, what a relay from Ketel Marte, and the tag by Machado. Maybe, who knows, maybe just saving the chances for the Dominican in this game.
Well, it started with Julio with the throw, the first throw.
He hustled over.
He hustled over. He had the knowledge, even after a bad play, to do his job after the next pitch, turning the page on the issue.
Good point. Because it would have been easy for Julio Rodriguez to be rattled.
Let's take a look about Julio turning the page on this move right here.
I think we're going back to the previous one.
Well, that's the mistake right here that cost him. Yeah, he just got caught in no man's land. That's a bad feeling for any outfielder.
Especially when you know the guy at the plate is as fast as Lindor is. Lindor made it from home to home in 15 seconds.
Look at him run. Look at him smell it. All right, here we go. Make the turn. What I love is the way he steps on third base, right there, on top of it.
That will be an image and a memory from this World Baseball Classic. He talked about they're going to talk about this game 30 years from now. They might be talking about that play 30 years from now.
Absolutely.
That's a lonely feeling for young Julio Rodriguez out there. Melendez strikes out. But what did you call it? The Little League home run from Francisco Lindor. Plays with the joy of a Little Leaguer. I think this game means something to these guys. Wow. What a moment.
There's never been a better time to get away with a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. With America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Get 0% APR, 0 payments for 90 days, and $500 bonus cash on select vehicles. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Your Wyndham is waiting. When bucket lists need checking, points need redeeming, work trips need crushing, or anniversaries need celebrating? No matter who you are, where you're going, or why. With 24 trusted brands by Wyndham to choose from, your Wyndham is waiting. Get the lowest price at wyndhamhotels.com.
Te la mereces, así que alza esa cerveza. Estás ahí en happy hours y feriados. Cuando no queda nadie y cuando están los de siempre. Cuando unos van a jugar, tú vas a trabajar. Porque tú no solo levantas barriles, también levantas la noche. Eres un luchador y esta es tu recompensa. Modelo, la marca de los luchadores.
4 delicious pieces of chocolate. 3 crisp wafers. 2 layers of sweet Kit Kat filling. 1 incredible break. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat. Now served up in birthday cake.
Let's eat, y'all, y'all. Let's eat, y'all, y'all. Let's see if you can keep up with the beat, y'all, y'all. Take a seat, y'all, y'all. Time to feast, y'all, y'all. Then let's see what you can really do for me, y'all, y'all. Crab legs, duck eggs, bon appetit, y'all, y'all, y'all. Yo, yo.
Back here in Miami, crazy game so far. A long way still to go. Alexis Diaz. He may not be his brother, but the numbers are dominant for Alexis.
Oh, maybe not as good as his brother, but very, very close. 59 games, a 1.84 ERA with 83 strikeouts. This is explosive coming at you.
First pitch up and away. This was in between innings, by the way. Robinson Cano, Nelson Cruz decided they needed to have a little meeting.
Yeah, I think it was a good meeting. Calm everybody down with the same urgency. Hey, we got to start right now. One batter at a time.
I think that was Robbie Cano who had something to say. Former MVP of the World Baseball Classic, the year that the Dominican Republic won this championship. Bahia takes outside. It's 3-0.
You don't see that many meetings in a dugout during the regular season. You see them in tournaments like this. The blood, the fire, the heart. The win now, if not we go home. You got to stop any bleeding that's happening right now. That meeting was needed.
3-0. And that's ball 4. So Alexis Diaz, a 4-pitch walk with the top of the order coming up. And we'll see if that can start a rally for the Dominican team.
Well, one thing's for certain with Alexis. 66 innings, 33 base on balls. That's been his knock.
That's it.
He can get wild. Hey, Maldonado's doing a good job of that. Just slowing him down and say, hey, it's 5-1. We got to slow things down. You got to throw strikes, but let's take a look at Juan Soto, huh?
This is the guy he's got to face now. This was Soto's last at bat. 448 feet to dead straightaway center field.
Oh, man.
And his at-bats this week in this tournament have been unbelievably good.
And it doesn't get any easier for Diaz right now. Diaz, majority fastball slider. This is a 2-pitch at-bat right here.
Soto went around. The plate umpire made the call himself. Came into this tournament, the Padres, Soto had the calf strain a few days ago, a few days before this World Baseball Classic started. And the idea was he wasn't going to play back-to-back games. Well, he looked so good right away that the Padres said, go get him.
Go get him. Well, he's answered the bell. I will be very careful here, this 1-1 pitch. Alexis got a good fastball. He could challenge him, but it's been back-to-back sliders.
Usually Soto's not going to help you out and go out of the strike zone. That is out of the strike zone. Soto with the big stop sign because the ball rattled out of the mid of Maldonado, but it bounced right back to him.
They're trying to be very careful with him.
You can understand why, but you're up 5-1. You got the heart of the order lined up here. This may be the chance for the Dominican Republic to get right back in this game. 2-1. 3-1.
And that's respect right there. 2-1. They just showed him a fastball. That's all they've done. Well, Soto, he sticks with a fastball at all times. He said that to me. Hey, I'm always looking for the heater. I adjust off of that. They try to sneak a heater here. It could be problems.
Way inside, not close, and it's back-to-back walks. I don't know what he said. Now Yadier Molina starts the pacing. Never had to do that when he was a catcher, when he was a player.
You want to be a manager, huh?
Yeah, this is what you signed up for, Yadi. Well, what about this moment, too, for Julio Rodriguez, who has gone 0 for 2 in the game with 2 strikeouts, has looked over anxious at the plate and just made a terrible mistake in the field that allowed Francisco Lindor to just keep on running all the way home. And he's got the chance right now to put that in the rearview mirror. This is going to test his mental toughness.
It's a game 7, though. Only 22 years old, but would they try to just maybe do a sack bunt or a push bunt here, or kind of a surprise play, right? You need runs right now. It's hard, and you got to understand your ego a little bit and check your ego out the door and say, hey, okay, Can we go for the 3-run homer here, or the 2-run homer?
All right, here we go. That is a ball.
Oh, that's a good take. That's a good sign.
I think the only way you would consider something like that is if you really thought Rodriguez was just totally out of sorts. You trust him to be him? It's another slider for a ball.
And the takes keep getting better and better.
Pressure builds.
You're Julio, though. You got to stick with your fastball. See that ratio there? I mean, he hasn't thrown a strike.
That's not good.
I know he's thrown 1 strike, but it just feels like, he's been all over the place.
Rodriguez, well, he got a fastball. I mean, that was there to hit. Bullpen working. Nicolas Padilla. Manny Machado is looming in the on-deck circle.
Well, Julio was late on that fastball. Will they repeat that pitch? Can Julio make an adjustment? Start his timing a little earlier.
2-1. 3-1.
They wanted to. And he's caught himself another fastball.
Pitch. Line drive, base hit left field. Mejia had to hold, so he'll stop at third. And now we're going to get Machado with the bases loaded. That tells you something about that young man, Julio Rodriguez.
Look at him. Think this means anything to him? He got himself a fastball. A good fastball count by taking those sliders early on. The runners had to wait, though. Really good base running all around. Got a good pitch, got a good swing. Base runners were just base to base. Now it leads up.
Tying run.
Well, Manny's been watching. He hasn't thrown that many sliders for a strike, if any.
Went after that first pitch slider.
It was a good one, though. To go. Even with that slider, it's got to.
On the ground to short, could be 2. Lindor, that's 1. Baez to first, got him double play.
They'll trade away 1 run for 2 outs.
Oh, absolutely.
Tailor-made double play right there.
Well, that guy at the plate, that's about as good a result as Puerto Rico could possibly hope for. But the inning isn't over. Friendly call. Devers really unhappy. That's the second pitch of this game that he has been very upset about.